在这东西啊
Nowadays, you really can't eat anything recklessly. There's hormone-treated fish, poisonous grapes, and toxic watermelons. Chickens that grow in 30 days, ducks that grow in 40 days, and pork that grows in 60 days. These all make their way into millions of homes. Noodles are mixed with borax. Bread is made with sodium dehydroacetate. You harm me, I harm you, and in the end, the hospitals are laughing all the way.
把这个价值点嘛都一直在
Take this antibiotic worth just around 0.2 yuan, oxytetracycline, and pour it into the soup. Think you could taste the anti-diarrhea in there? First, boil some tap water in the pot. Then add this rich chicken soup base. Pour it in, and guess what? That plain old tap water instantly turns into a pot of chicken soup. Next, toss in some steamed chicken chunks. Grab a handful of frozen packaged Sichuan peppercorns, and throw those in too. But look, the soup color isn't quite there yet. That's when you add more of that concentrated chicken soup paste. Pour it in, give it a stir. Just like that, the color transforms into a luxurious golden broth. Now for the seasoning: salt, chicken bouillon, MSG, and a dash of pepper to get the flavor just right. Toss in the prep frozen abalone, along with some red dates and goji berries, and there you have it. In no time, you've got yourself a technologically enhanced golden broth Sichuan pepper chicken, done and dusted. In recent years, food safety issues have become increasingly common in China, causing widespread public concern and anxiety. The phrase, "I don't dare to eat anything anymore," has become a frequent sentiment. The poorly regulated food situation in China has resulted in a growing fear among consumers. Young people particularly experience significant food anxiety and are dealing with health issues caused by these unsafe food products. A recent example highlights the deepening crisis. On November 20th, a man named Mr. Peng posted a video claiming to have found foreign objects in a can of Wanzai milk. In the video, after opening the can with a knife, he revealed an irregular black foreign object at the bottom. He said how the milk tasted strange when his child tried it, and the sight of the foreign object was truly disgusting. From the video, it can be seen that the production date of this can is D 2024. The letter code D refers to the Shandong Want Food Company Limited, located in the Jinan City Zhubei Economic Development Zone. Based on this code, it can be confirmed that this beverage was indeed produced by Want and is not counterfeit. By the evening of the 22nd, Mr. Peng posted an update saying that the manufacturer had contacted him and offered him 10 times compensation. They had taken the foreign object for testing and are waiting for the results of the composition analysis. In response, some netizens commented, "Honestly, this kind of thing really disgusts me. Does this mean that in the future, we need to cut open canned drinks to check before we drink them? A while ago, there were similar issues with other brands of boxed milk products. It seems the safest option is to buy milk in transparent plastic bags from now on." Despite Want's timely response and handling of the situation, this does not cover up the fact that the food safety issues with Want milk have occurred frequently. After all, this isn't the first time consumers have found foreign objects in Want milk. Some netizens have compiled online reports about foreign objects in Want milk and found that these objects included plastic film, rust, and even flies. Some netizens also pointed out that aside from quality issues, the reconstituted milk label on Want milk is problematic in and of itself. First of all, reconstituted milk contains milk protein, which could trigger allergic reactions in children. The fat, sugar, and protein content in reconstituted milk is very high, and excessive consumption can lead to overnutrition. It also contains large amounts of artificial sweeteners, which could lead to problems such as early puberty, metabolic disorders, and digestive issues. Want milk, known for its association with domestic snacks, and is one of the most popular childhood drinks. It's quite serious that even such a large company is experiencing widespread quality issues. Similarly, the famous dish Stinky Tofu from Changsha in Hunan has also been exposed for food safety issues. Stinky tofu is a Chinese form of fermented tofu that has a strong odor. On October 27th, a Douyin user posted a video claiming that in a public restroom on Taiping Street in Changsha, he saw someone washing stinky tofu directly with water from the washbin's drain pipe.
A netizen encountered an elderly man at the public restroom near Wuyi Square in Changsha washing tofu with water from the wash basin. At first, the netizen thought the man was going to eat the tofu himself, but that evening, the same netizen saw the elderly man selling stinky tofu with the water bucket hanging by the side of his cart.
Many mainland netizens found this scene revolting. There are so many people spitting in that washbin, along with vomit, urine, and cleaning mops. washing all sorts of filthy things. How could this dirty water be used to wash food? Others were shocked, saying, "This is the real stinky tofu, because this stinky tofu really has feces in it." This heartless vendor is single-handedly ruining the reputation of Changsha's stinky tofu. After the incident spread online, staff from the Changsha's government hotline responded, saying that they had recorded the incident and would hand it over to the relevant departments. Traditional methods of making stinky tofu usually involve fermenting the tofu in brine. Some producers place it outdoors with straw and meat to ferment for months, letting it rot and ferment to produce the brine. Others use plants like castanopsis leaves, wild amaranth, or bamboo shoots for fermentation to obtain the stinky brine. However, these traditional methods require months or even longer to ferment, and the yield is limited. There have been Chinese media reports exposing the production of stinky tofu in Changsha, where even well-known shops have been found to be using black market workshops and questionable methods to make their brine. Media experiments have shown that stinky tofu, made with fecal water and stink powder, when fried, has a similar appearance and smell to traditionally made stinky tofu. These unethical practices have raised concerns about food safety in China. For consumers, it's impossible to distinguish between authentic stinky tofu and the low-quality, chemically produced version made with dirty water, feces, and stink powder. The problem of zombie meat continues to be exposed in China's food industry. On November 24th, an ex-employee of a hot pot restaurant in Ningbo, Zhejiang, revealed that the restaurant used zombie meat for its dishes. According to the former worker, the restaurant used cheap, leftover waste meat, which was ground up to make handmade beef meatballs. The menu claimed to serve secret marinated fresh beef, but in fact, it was made from scraps of zombie meat. Some customers experienced food poisoning, with symptoms like diarrhea. In our previous videos, we have explained that zombie meat are frozen meat that has been stored for years and is often sourced from China's wartime meat reserves. After being treated with chemical seasonings, it is presented as high-quality meat. However, the quality and safety of zombie meat cannot be guaranteed. When frozen meat is thawed, the cell structure breaks down, creating an environment for bacteria to multiply, which can lead to food poisoning. Additionally, zombie meat can originate from diseased animals, which may carry viruses like avian flu or swine flu. One netizen commented, "Don't dismiss the revelations. Zombie meat is not just used in hot pot restaurants. Many vendors who sell sausage or minced meat products also use zombie meat or scraps. It's not just about the meat being bad, it's unhygienic. If you don't believe it, go to the markets where they grind meat and you'll see what's going on." Chinese independent social media personality Xin Jinfei posted a video on his social media account where he tested the level of Bordeaux mixture in vegetables sold at a supermarket. This definitely has Bordeaux, a copper mixture in it. Look, this spring onion is so dark. Garlic shoots might have it, but generally, big onions don't, because big onions have strong resistance to diseases. Spinach might have it. Leeks, most people buy them loose, while rich people buy them in boxes. Of course, those don't have pesticides. First, let's look at this spring onion. You could clearly see Bordeaux mixture on it. And this garlic shoot, look at this one. There's so much pesticide on it. While copper is a trace nutrient that our bodies need, eating too much of it is also harmful. And these are all from big supermarkets. If all vegetables use Bordeaux mixture like this, what can the ordinary people eat? Finally, let's check the spinach. It doesn't have Bordeaux mixture, and neither does the big onion. So it seems like the heavy usage of Bordeaux mixture is concentrated in garlic shoots and spring onions. Experts say Bordeaux mixture is safe to eat. Whoever says that, I will make them drink Bordeaux mixture. So what exactly is Bordeaux mixture? It's a copper sulfate in quicklime used as a fungicide, also known as blue vitriol. Chinese experts claim it's a compliant and effective fungicide with its antibacterial properties primarily coming from copper ions, which can kill a variety of pathogens. Additionally, it is said to be low cost, low toxicity, and have a low medicinal potency, and it can help crops grow strong. Moreover, the copper ions in Bordeaux mixture cause the chlorophyll in vegetables to appear greener, making them more attractive for sale. It sounds safe, but what happens if it's consumed in excess? Research shows that if the person consumes more than 64 milligrams of copper in a single day, it could lead to copper poisoning, resulting in symptoms like nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and blood in the urine. Some people might argue that discussing toxicity without considering dosage is misleading, and that copper intake needs to exceed 1,000 times the normal level for it to be fatal, so eating a few spring onions likely wouldn't cause poisoning. However, Bordeaux mixture is still a chemical product, and low toxicity doesn't mean it's harmless. It may not be immediately fatal, but the long-term effects on health are unknown. Moreover, the large amounts used on vegetables can't be ignored. China food safety standards are widely recognized as being different from those in many other countries. While most countries set the bar at harmless when it comes to food safety, China's approach seems to be more along the lines of, as long as it doesn't kill you. Jack Ma, the founder of Alibaba, has warned that in the next decade, health problems will be the biggest issue facing China. He believes that today's problems with water quality, air pollution, and food safety will lead to a rise in diseases such as liver cancer, lung cancer, and stomach cancer in the future. And now, Jack Ma's words have truly come true.
A recent report shared that our tap water is actually contaminated with antibiotics, which is shocking. I don't understand why antibiotics are being put in water. Many of our foods, especially those from aquaculture, contain antibiotics. Although it's wrong to talk about toxicity without considering the dosage, we still need to eat, right? But how can we withstand the accumulated amount over time? We are consuming antibiotics every day, drinking and eating them. What will happen to our immunity? I don't even know what to say anymore.
A recent article published in the Chinese academic journal Science Bulletin stated that 68 types of antibiotics have been detected in surface water in China, and their concentrations are relatively high. In addition, 90 types of non-antibiotic pharmaceutical substances were also found. The article, co-authored by research institutions from East China University of Science and Technology, Tongji University, and Tsinghua University, focuses on the presence of drugs and personal care products in China's surface water. The article stated that among the 158 types of drugs personal care products studied in China's water systems, the top 10 substances found most frequently were antibiotics. Currently, 68 types of antibiotics have been detected in surface water in China, with high levels of concentration and detection frequency. Some antibiotics are detected in rivers like the Pearl River and Huangpu River at a 100% frequency, and their concentration is as high as several hundred nanograms per liter, while in more developed countries, the concentration is less than 20 nanograms. The article also mentioned that China produces about 1,300 types of chemical raw materials and cosmetics annually, with over 33,000 tons of antibiotics produced each year, which may contribute significantly to the frequent high concentrations of antibiotics in water. China is one of the world's most excessive users of antibiotics, with 70% of its pharmaceutical production being antibiotics, compared to 30% in Western countries. Generally speaking, drugs and personal care products in the water environment usually come from household sewage, pharmaceutical and industrial water waste, or direct emissions from agriculture, animal husbandry, and aquaculture. In China, previous studies have shown that sewage treatment plants, wastewater from animal farming, pharmaceutical factories, hospitals, and agricultural land runoff are major sources of pollution. A Chinese environmental official confirmed that surface water in China does contain high levels of antibiotics and hormones, and he believes the main source of pollution is aquaculture. Fish, crabs, shrimp in aquaculture are typically raised quickly with hormones in their feed. Additionally, because of large-scale farming, antibiotics are used to prevent disease, which affects the water quality. He acknowledged that excessive consumption of antibiotics would certainly affect health, but the exact impact of antibiotics and hormones in water on human health has not been clearly studied. This poor quality surface water has become the source for bottled water brands. In fact, the discovery of antibiotics in surface water is not surprising. More than 70% of China's top 10 water systems have already been polluted. According to official data, rivers such as the Liaohe, Haihe, and Huaihe are all polluted. More than 80% of the river sections in China are moderately or heavily polluted, and over 57% of surface water tested does not meet Class 3 water quality standards, meaning it is unfit for drinking. Additionally, 44% of urban river sections are rated as Class 5, meaning they are completely unusable, not even for watering plants. This is considered extremely polluted. Major freshwater lakes, including reservoirs and urban lakes, are over 75% eutrophic, meaning there is too much nitrogen and phosphorus pollution, leading to an imbalance in nutrients. As a result, a single species proliferates wildly, while others fail to thrive, causing the entire water ecosystem to collapse. Chinese current affairs commentator Zai Shangyi believes that as long as the Chinese government continues to pursue high-speed economic growth and the status of a manufacturing superpower, issues such as food safety and water pollution will never be resolved. He said, whether it's food grown in the soil or animals fed by the public, 99% of the food produced in China has problems. The main reason for this is that over the past 40 years of reform and opening up, the country has focused entirely on economic construction. Meanwhile, the Chinese government's environmental protection measures for natural resources like air and water have always been lagging behind. Protecting the environment takes money, time, and effort. It cannot be done while pursuing economic growth. This has led to serious problems with air pollution, water pollution, and waste management in China. Dr. Feng Chongyi, an associate professor at the University of Technology, Sydney, also pointed out that China's food safety problems stem from the corrupt system of the Chinese Communist Party. On the surface, the Communist Party claims to be fighting corruption and promoting integrity, but at every level of food inspection, money can be used to bypass regulations. Furthermore, party officials have access to special food supplies that are safe, so who would bother to care about the food safety of ordinary citizens? He said every country has bad people or those with low moral standards, but if the public authority and government supervision are in place, these issues would be quickly eliminated. But the Chinese Communist Party is a hypocritical, extremely corrupt regime, so there is no food safety.